Welcome to Tron Legacy, episode 83, Tron.
Tron! We're celebrating all things Tron today because it's also somebody else's birthday.
It's Mr. Rainbow's birthday.
Mr. Rainbow. He's one of our biggest supporters, and we want to thank him so much for joining us every week and making sure we can be here in front of the camera for you guys.
And he's my dad.
It helps. So, if you guys are having a lot of fun and you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, and share. And let's get on with the video.
And hit the notification. Here's my mom's leaves picture. Nice.
A little frosty leaf.
Frosty leaf.
I think that's it for now. I'm going to switch over to... Not quite there yet, but I'll move it up. There you go. And this is Miss Rainbow's lovely leaf picture that she did yesterday, or last week. Sorry, not yesterday. Last week, she did the surrounded in pine needles color version of all kinds of different little leaves. And this funny thing with Okie and Maple. Little joke. What did the singing leaf say in the winter? It's time to fall in love. Do-do-do-do. So, I'll be on traditional today. And Miss Rainbow's really wanted to be on digital because she has an idea. May I switch this over so we can see what you're doing? There she is, Miss Rainbow's. And I'm over here. Hello. Let me get my new page. Get my marker blocker in place. Oh my goodness, the sketchbook's almost done. Fear not. I have a gazillion sketchbooks, so that's not a big deal.
I have like 100 sketchbooks, but I've lost more than half of them.
I know.
And all the ones I know where they are, I've completed them already.
It's true, you draw a lot. Huh. You're making a comic book right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
So guys, I just want to let you know, this is my test page for some teas that I've been drinking. I'm going to paint with them as well, starting tomorrow. So, if you get a chance to watch on Twitch tomorrow, that will be what I'll be doing. Painting with tea. So today we're doing Tron. Before we start, I'm going to ask a question, a trivia question. Are you ready?
You said you didn't have trivia.
Well, I have a few that I remembered that I thought up.
Brush size.
What did you do? That is a huge brush. My goodness, what are you doing? The original Tron movie came out in what year? I'm going to give you a hint. It wasn't recently. Was it in A, 1986, B, 1996, or C, 1982?
Wow, what did I do?
Yes.
What did I do?
I know, what did you do? And while we're doing that, one of the iconic images of Tron.
We have the answer.
He's not even going to say A, B, or C. He's just saying, it's 1982. He won't even answer. What?
At 1982, July 9. It's getting precise.
Yeah, well, he likes this movie.
Yes, yes he does.
This is why we're doing it. So if you're going to do a little chibi Tron, first you got to give yourself a base. You don't have to do Tron. You can follow along with me. Or you can do yourself. Or you can draw your mom or your dad. You start with your circle head. And you give them a little body. And you think about, in this case, you think about what you're going to have them pose doing. In my case, I'm just going to do heroic pose. What are you doing?
I want to know Want to know how to fill in the outline of a circle there?
Just the outline? So right click with the mouse, see? And say stroke. And pick probably 10 at the most, 8 at the least.
That's good.
Okay. So I'm going to think about my character's going to be posing just sort of like that, because that would be cute. I don't know. Should maybe use one arm out and one arm up. So I'm just doing a few little light strokes where I want everything to go. I'm not even putting a trivia timer because, as you can see, the answer is already in the chat. It is 1982. It makes the movie almost 40 years old.
39 years old.
Mm-hmm. But it wasn't the only Tron movie to come out. There was another one more recently. It's true, called Tron Legacy. What year did that one come out? Did that come out in 1996? In 2006? Or 2010?
The answer's on the screen for me. It's one of my things.
Miss Rainbows is cheating. She's looking at the screen. No, she's not cheating. She just happened to have the right answer.
I know nothing on Tron except that it's cool.
See? That's all you need to know. So in this case, I'm thinking Tron's sort of facing, or my character, Tron character, is facing this way. He's so cute already. The bean is going this direction, his body's going this direction, so one leg can point this way. One leg might be pointing closer to you, so you make a half circle for that foot. And then 2 lines here for there we go. Just some rough lines for you want to do. Look at what Miss Rainbows, you've already started into the helmet for your Tron character. Look at you.
Oh, we have another precise date.
December 17th, 2010. I don't even have to put a timer on. It's like, boom, got it. All right, fine. You're going to rip through these trivia questions. Are you ready? The last trivia question. True or false? Only good programs are the color blue. Quote unquote good guys. The color of the character will let you know what side they were on. True or false? This is a better way of saying that. True or false? False. Who says false? What do you think, Mr. Rose? Well, she's like, well, if the expert says false. The expert is, well, he's an expert for a reason, isn't he?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think you see any ears on this. I'm putting ears for the information. Let's do that. Let's take the ears away.
No, wait.
Stick with your first answer, Mr. Expert. The program couldn't necessarily change colors, but the color did not let you know whether they're good or bad. According to my source, the program's color is based on their function, whether they were administrative or other. Which of course changed in Tron Legacy, because then I think most of the forces on Clue's side were orange. Okay, so a little bit of trivia fact that's not a question is that the original Tron helmet is based off a hockey helmet. Did you know that? Miss Rainbows? Miss Rainbows is like, what?
I'm drawing.
She's drawing. She's drawing. If you're doing Tron, Tron has a big circle on his tummy and the letter T spelt out
In squares.
in squares. Yep. That's how you know he's Tron. And one of the cool things about the costumes of Tron is it's supposed to emulate the circuitry or circuit board wiring, and the glowy parts are supposed to be like the wiring going through the board to give you that sense of being inside the computer. So if you don't know what Tron is about imagining what it's like to be in the computer, and like if the programs and applications were all people or like creations, so they sort of live a life in a city and do kind of interesting things. And then so we have characters that, you know, are gamer programs, like game programs, and they're put into fight in sort of what looks like a coliseum games, which is sort of part of the like the light cycle, if you remember light cycling, which is so cool. It's part of where they would go. So you can sort of see the helmet pieces here. Traffic lights for the ears. And then one of the users, so one of the people, human beings, gets brought into what's called the grid, so the computer world. He interacts with all these people, and the users are sort of like mystical beings because they created everything. It would be kind of weird if you know. Met up with your creator is sort of what happened with this movie. Not that there's any real, I guess, religion to that, but it does sound very religious, doesn't it? But anyway, so the whole thing is finding out, trying to find and activate our good guy, Tron, so he can help protect the grid against a very greedy program who's trying to run things. I won't tell you what happened, although I'm sure you could probably guess. And you sort of draw, there's like very specific patterns, but I'm just going to do circuit board inspired stuff. The MCP, right? It's the Master Control Program. And the first one is the bad dude. And Sark, who helps control or helps support. And of course, if you were the user of the programmer of the program, then you would look a lot like, your little program would look a lot like you. So our one of our heroes in the movie, Flynn, has a character, or has a program named Clue, who helps him sort of spy on the system or try and break into the system. And he looks an awful lot like him, the actor who plays Flynn. So I think a really fun exercise for this, if you don't know Tron and you don't know the characters, and you don't want to necessarily follow along with me and do a picture of Tron, you can draw a picture of yourself and just sort of make it, what kind of program would you create? Would you create a Minecraft builder? Would you create a game? Would you create an app to help you get up in the morning? What would you do? And what would that look like? That'd be kind of fun, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
What would you do?
I would make an app that generates infinite bamboo.
Oh, for feeding pandas. This is very important. One of the things I like about drawing pictures of Tron characters, Miss Rainbows is doing more of that on her screen if you look. She's using black to her advantage because the whole idea is to make those really shiny lines on the costume or on the outfits look like they're just pure energy traveling through the costume. And I think what's really cool is that using black, which is what what they use now in the costume design, is makes it really shine. And here's another kind of iconic thing about Tron. You have an identity disc, so it's like a frisbee that was used in the games. Oh, you got one. And it's used in the games, and they use it, throw it around. But yes, black can make any color. So you could use orange as a color. That would be sort of a program that would be like your Windows program, operating system.
And a light cycle.
You got a light cycle. Look at your light cycle. Man. Well, I bet you Mr. Rainbow's be like your light cycle.
You like my light cycle, Daddy?
So I'm just using all of the draw with me techniques we've learned before, which is the circle for the head, the triangle for the chin, the bean for the body. Light cycle. And look at you. With your light cycle, you decided how to build light cycle. What did you use?
Circles.
Circles.
And a triangle.
And a triangle for the windshield, right? For where the grip is?
No, the grip is here.
Yep. Oh, I see it. Yep.
Foothold.
Okay. So we've got two circles for the foothold and the grip. So
And for the circles.
she's just looking at a picture of a light cycle right now in front of her. And she's taking and finding the basic shapes. And that's all we do in order to create pictures, is just find the basic shapes. It was like a little baby Tron. So cute.
That's what I was thinking when I was starting to draw mine. But he's not tiny baby Tron.
You the actual Tron?
Yeah, in a way.
In a way. So this might be the interior of the costume, so it might be a little different. If you think about computer chips and pathways, it's sort of what this is all built up for. And one of the things I think is really cool about the way you can do it is if you have black paper, you can create your Tron character on the black paper. I don't have any black paper. I'm kind of sad about that. Kind of like how we did our spider web. But like you could take I mean the original Tron, if I were doing this as the original Tron, which I kind of am, I'd maybe make him wear gray instead of black, but we got some company.
Mm-hmm.
We got some company.
What?
Grandma's here. I'm not kidding.
What? Grandma's here.
Grandma's here. She's just getting out of her car. She's coming up to the door. Guys, one of us might have to go.
I'm almost done, so I can go.
Since we know it's Grandma, you're allowed to answer the door.
Here we go. Be right back, guys.
How funny is that? So if you had a black piece of paper, you could use a white we start off with black here. And you could use a white marker, or not white marker, but white paint or white pencil crayon, white crayon, and then draw your outlines. This is a cutie patootie little Tron. I'm using black paint right now. I'm just filling it in right now. And there goes Sophia's grandma. What's she dropping off? I know what she's dropping off.
It's a birthday card.
Somebody, as we're celebrating right now, has a birthday, so she's dropping off a card. How kind and thoughtful.
Come on.
I get to keep it.
Okay, for right now.
All right, I got myself a card. Bye. There she goes. I'm giving her a wave. I'll tell you something. My mom, Sophie's grandma, never forgets a birthday. Ever. She even calls people I don't even expect she's going to call. And yeah. So I did all that work. I covered over it. And that's okay. I'll do Tron's face in a second. Right now, I'm going to do this. So you can kind of get this really cool effect using
I found a solution to a problem that I
Using my
had. I did my Tron word here.
Yeah.
I did this
Mm-hmm.
on the background layer,
Mm-hmm.
so I didn't have a white layer underneath. So I made a new white layer. That's why I had the mega big brush.
Ah, so you made your own white layer. Cool. Smart kid.
No, you're not, Daddy. It's just the right amount of presents for you.
Well, you're very special. You help us put on this show every week by making sure our audio's correct. You're always watching. Well, or as watching as often as you can. Well,
Whee!
and then when we need to make some dinner, you're always there to help us do that too.
Whoa.
So we're really, really super duper happy that we can continue to do this every week, and our friends are super happy that we can do this every week with us.
Yeah.
So we want to thank you. So happy birthday.
None of the pictures that I have of Tron show the symbol there. And none of them show the symbol.
None of them showed the symbol. This is kind of like Tron, if he were in current style. So we hope that you're enjoying our stream, Mr. Rainbows. Thank you for knowing all the answers to the small amount of trivia that I had this week. And participating. So I'm just giving the impression of Tron. I'm not trying to get this super accurate because it's hard to do. Ta-da! The Tron Legacy costumes are, there's far less circuitry and wiring, and they're just sort of more straight, solid lines like this one here. Whereas the original ones, I find, have a lot more little teeny weeny details on them. So I'm going to give you guys a little trick or tip. If you're doing something like a lightsaber or a Tron character or any kind of thing that glows, or character that glows, let me just get my pencil crayons out. And I'll finish this up. One of the tricks you can do is find a couple colors that are close in color. This is not quite right. Where's my white? There's my white. And the brightest part of the lightsaber or brightest part of your light source is going to be the white. You want to imply that it's a color. It's a light source that's got color, so you always want to start with the white, start lighter, start going darker, and then like pick 2 or 3 colors and you'll get that sort of glow edge on it. And that is sort of how, if you want to get right up close into what those glow lines are is a really bright color, this bright light blue on top of black, which makes it stand out and look like it's glowing. If I wanted to make it super bright, I would consider going in and adding just a little bit of white on the inside to make it look like that's the primary light source and it's glowing. Oh! That's kind of one of the things that you learn about by watching something like Tron or learning about Tron, because you're you sort of learn a little bit about oh no! Learn about light sources and perspective of light. And kind of neat ways to draw that or make that happen in a picture.
You know who my Tron is?
Is your Tron your daddy?
Yeah!
Mr. Rainbows, you are Tron. Dougie, you are Tron. I love it. Well, you are Tron in my book. It would not be the first time that he's been drawn as Tron, but would be the first time drawn by you. Makes it super special. And this little chibi Tron, he's got the determined, I've got this, I'm saving the world. I'm saving the grid.
You're welcome, Daddy. Yeah.
Go ahead, mess with me. That's what this Tron looks like. Go ahead, mess with me.
Okay, Mommy.
Let me see this guy. Whoa! What a nice picture. Oh, Miss Rainbows, I am super, super duper in love with this picture that you did. So cute. So I'm just putting some eyes on this fella. Facial expression. It's not often in the Tron that you see anybody's hair, so I didn't do hair. I'm a mess. I'm all covered in paint. Not unusual. Not unusual at all.
It is, Daddy. That's because it is. Mostly.
Mostly. We hope other people are enjoying themselves too and learning about a brand new movie or show. Just in time for Tron 3 to come out.
What?
Yeah, we're just off there making a new movie.
I see that just as I scroll down to a picture of Tron 3.
He's like, I wish. Well, the last I heard was that Jared Leto was signed on to do a role in Tron 3. And that was last August. And then I haven't heard anything since. So there you go. Are you done yours? I think it's time to do the most important part. 21. Sign it. And I'll give him a little bit of a shade of. I almost push something over the side there. pencil shading. Get that sort of gray. There we go. Looks a bit like he's got some facial hair. Not what I want to go for. There. I should do that for the hands too, so they don't look like a dark white. And there we go. I think everybody was getting a gift today. We're glad that you enjoyed this little teeny weeny tribute we're doing to Tron. And I think that is where we're going to leave off, right? Here we go. Let me do a close-up of yours. Well, actually, here. Close-up of mine. Chibi Tron. And... What? You know something? That's okay. That's right. She says, I haven't signed my finished piece yet. Mm-hmm.
It's my trick.
Oh, she's giving shadow and depth and detail to it. I love it. Oh, and what I forgot to give this guy some shadow, so it looks like he's not just standing in the middle of the air. So next week, what are we going to do? We're going to do something seasonal, right? If you have a seasonal project that you want to do, let us know in the comments. You want to draw an elf, or I think we did elves last year. Thanks for watching Draw With Me Kids, episode 83.
Tron!
We hope you guys had a lot of fun drawing your digital selves from the movies Tron and Tron Legacy. And a big happy birthday to Mr. Rainbows.
If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring the notifications bell, and share the video with all your friends. That way, nobody misses Jolly Kids Edition ever again.
Yay!
Yay!
We'll be back next week with something to celebrate this season. Holiday season, that is. If you have any ideas, don't forget to comment in the Facebook or send us a DM. And we'll see what we got. See you guys next time. Bye!
Bye!